No, it's more HD. I can't complain.
Yeah, look at that.
So
Imagine if you want to buy another phone just because you're like, nah, this camera is work. Kumbe all you needed to do is just swipe the damn camera, bro.
Imagine. Wipe it up. Are we potting? Are we ready to pot?
Yeah.
The mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late. Alright, what's up? This is the mics are open.
Are they?
Are the mics open?
They are. They've been open.
Have you recording? Alright, this is the mics are open, episode 2015. No, episode 200. Jeez. This is the mics are open, episode
215.
215. My name's Diani.
And Young.
Ashley.
What's up?
Wait, you're sure that camera is recording, right?
Are you sure?
We're good.
Oh, do we have backup on the camera, yeah?
Okay.
Audio backup, just to make sure,
just
yeah?
checking, yeah.
Alright, cool. I see what you did there, bro. Thank you. So what's up, guys?
No, you, what's up? How you doing? How's your week been, bro?
Week has been very, very interesting. Oh shit, I was high over the weekend, so it was
Were you?
yeah, oh my, we went to Ruaka, Bar 69. Me, Malik.
You always get lit when you're there, huh?
I do.
Which Malik?
Malik, 6'4". Vic, Ola was there as well. We got Ola in the cut.
Hey.
We went to Bar 69 and I was DJing and at Bar 69 they give you like a bottle of like and you know me, it's Jack Daniels.
Complimentary. Yeah.
I just don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened.
Wow.
One thing led to another.
That's Mr. Jack.
I don't know what happened. I just know that by the time I got home, I was so high, and like the next day. So the thing is, I'm gonna say it on the podcast, I'm getting old, bro.
You're not holding your liquor the same way, huh?
No, bro. Sunday was a rumor.
The hangover.
You are paying for your sins, bro.
I didn't sober up until Monday night. Till Monday night, bro.
Are you sure Sunday you didn't pass by anywhere or?
Listen,
they say kufungua lock.
No,
You have to take a shot.
I had alcohol in the house on Sunday. I looked at it and I was like, not today, Jesus. Satan.
You have to
Not
take
today.
a shot. Just one shot and then electrolytes. Ask me. I shall.
But then it's interesting because I'm speaking about alcohol, and before we jump into your weekends, this week, and I'm sorry if you're friends with a podcaster.
Wow.
No, Jimani, please. Some of us still need friends. If you're friends with Jimani,
I got used to it. It's okay.
If you're friends with if you're friends with a podcaster, your content, I'm sorry.
Damn,
So
me,
this week, I've had two people have visited me at home, and on Tuesday, I took out a bottle of whiskey and put it on the table. And I'm not drinking because I'm still scared of whiskey, recovering. And it's very interesting how in the 254, like, if your friends drink and there's a bottle of alcohol on the table, bro, it can't be left till it's done.
For why?
And then the thing is, like, I just started listening to people's drunk stories. And, like, people have a
Taking
drink.
notes for the podcast.
Oh,
okay.
man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like,
Content.
Alcohol frees up conversation, but I was just listening. I was like, what? Okay.
Liquid courage.
Damn. Really?
Damn.
Oh, I'm sorry you went through that. But I'm sober.
10 dams later.
Yeah?
When they're now getting you, like, damn, that's a crazy story, bro.
Damn.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But I love you, bro. You know you're my boy.
Yeah,
like,
man. Anytime you want to come through and talk, just let me know.
And then you'll be content.
Fam, yesterday, it was to the point where I went to bed like at 6 o'clock. I'd heard so much talk. I was like, you know what?
You're
I'm going to leave you out there with the whiskey. I'm going to go sleep. And
you were dreaming his stories.
I went to sleep. I went to sleep. I woke up like, yo, G, I'm leaving. Oh, really? You good?
Haven't we talked
You
about
have to
this?
fake it, man. You have to look sad and remorseful. Like, man, it's only that you can't say you should stay a bit longer because they might take you up on the offer. And you actually stay a bit longer.
I'm
Fact.
terrible like that though. Like I think I've reached the age where I've earned that.
Yeah.
The right to just be like, hey, can't listen to your bullshit today, but you're welcome to stay around and eat food if you want. I think I've earned that.
Sorry. But for someone whose social battery is, like we know you, right? I feel like you have a lot of people passing through. Like it's a motel, and there's liquor on the house and all of that. See, just
No, I think funnily
because
enough,
I don't remember the last time I had someone like come visit me.
well, the thing about it is like the first one was
And it's yet I'm
was
inviting you. It's not an open invite.
right. The first one was one that I've rain checked like a million times. You know, the ones I couldn't get out of it, nor did I want to get out of it at that point. And the second one was they'd brought some stuff for me from London, so they was delivering it.
Oh, we know who that is.
Yeah, we know who that is. So yeah, I lingered those stories and
The
I went
life
to bed.
of a famous guy.
Yeah,
Damn.
but speaking about that, I know we're gonna get into the weekends and stuff. One thing that I've really suffered from lately, or really have a low tolerance for, is people just unloading on me. Pause. Like I said before, you said it, right?
Yeah, bro. If there was a necessary pause.
Yeah, pause. And when I say that, it's like end of the day, it's like I find myself like there are people who I like who are my friends, but I can't be around them anymore because they just keep on unloading their problems onto me. And it gets to the point, or not so much unloading problems, but also like I want to pick your brain. And it's like you're just home and it's like, it's like, so if I did this, and I'm like, yo, I woke up at 4:00 this morning. I'm done. Like my brain is finished. There's no more I can do. And I really find myself shying away from.
Can I tell you something? You bring that on yourself, bro. Because having worked with you for however many years we've worked together, one thing I've noticed about you, and I don't think you can help yourself, is being of help.
Yeah.
Because you naturally, you're that guy who has, you probably have there's a way you see the universe that other people don't like. You can see you want this outcome. I think you might want to consider this option as opposed to this other option. Yes, you give people the allowance to make their own mistakes, to learn and all that. But more often than not, that's just who you are, bro. So if that's who you are around people when they're thinking of, them, I need someone who is sober upstairs to have this conversation with and get some noise cancel. Nigga, they're gonna come your way, bro.
True.
When they want the jokes, they know who to go.
But I also like having the same personality. What I've realized and what I've started doing is just telling people I don't have the capacity for it right now. So that just remove yourself from the situation in not a bad. Is it a bad thing? I don't know.
No, I think it's just we can say conversation etiquette because we've talked about this before. Like before you come and offload or unload your issues onto someone, you should first ask them if they have the capacity to have that kind of conversation.
True.
Because maybe they're going through their own things and they need their own space.
True.
And you are just there not caring about any other thing other than, I just want to get this off of my chest.
Yeah.
So I think we should go back to that, before I actually tell this person what I want to tell them. Yeah. I should ask them if they're in that space, if they have the room for this and that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So you should tell your friends like, hey,
Not
ask
today.
me first before I start snoozing and telling you that's crazy. And then you go home crying.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy. By the way, the running
wild.
joke is if you ever hear me say to you, man, that's crazy, it means I'm not listening. I've tapped out. I don't care. And I can't think of anything else to say. Damn, that's crazy. How was your weekend?
I had a very chill weekend, actually. What did I do? Friday, I was at a friend's house. Went home pretty early, actually. Saturday, I was indoors. Sunday, I was indoors as well. Actually, no, I lie. Sunday, I went out. But later in the evening, I just went for like...
Formula One.
So I went to my mom's house. My auntie is around. She came back from France, so I'm excited about that. She brought a lot of chocolate, which I'm happy about. Then I went to meet some friends of mine at Oyster Bay. Then we went to a place called Malo Malo. Then we ended up at Ibiza.
Her life is so
But then
exciting.
I lived a whole weekend in one night.
One night.
But she
And she
was
stayed
like,
in the whole weekend.
she was like, my weekend was kind of low key.
It
I just went
was.
to every club in Nairobi.
But funny
Do you know what I
thing,
mean?
True, literally.
I was home by midnight on Sunday.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, that was like
After all those runs?
between 7:30. Because Oyster Bay, we stayed for like one shot. We had like a little chitty chat.
I've never been there.
It's nice. It's
Me
not
neither.
bad. Yeah, but it was a quick like in out. Then went to this place called Malu Malu. That one was a quick in out as well. As we were deciding to go home, we were told just come to Ibiza. We were
There's
like, okay.
a lot of quickies there.
Like, very many. I mean, clearly we're good
Yo,
at it.
yeah, any today can just sit back and relax, man. Yeah, I feel like we're good on the phrasing department.
Yeah. But it was actually a very chill weekend.
Right. And
That was chill.
Yeah.
Okay.
This weekend is going down though. Come to Cavalli.
Hey, Friday, man, yeah, you're gonna be hosting the
tonight,
Cavalli.
when it goes out.
Tonight,
Yes,
actually,
tonight, come to
yeah.
Cavalli. Looking forward to that. Andy, your weekend?
It was hot
You're
and
in
wet.
coast.
Oh,
hot
yeah.
and wet.
Hot and wet.
It was hot and wet. But was it slippery?
Very humid.
Wow.
But yeah, we were in Diani for summer tides,
Big bash.
and bro,
Vibes. It looked crazy.
I was even telling Jimandi this when we linked up on Monday that I was a bit skeptic, And as DJs, let me just be honest. As DJs, there's some gigs you can be given and you feel like this is a job. But there's some gigs you can be given and go like, okay, maybe I'm gonna have fun with this one.
Right.
I really don't mind going for this one.
Yeah.
But for this specific one, I didn't know what to expect, bro.
Right.
I even at first I thought it was a club until he told me, nah. This is your crowd. You just trust you're gonna have fun. So it was at Jacaranda Hotel just next to the beach, bro. Vibes. I got there on Saturday afternoon, actually, at noon. And the guy who was receiving me was like, bro, do you know guys who are drunk as early as 5 p.m. last night?
Wow.
Some guys were crawling out of this beach today in the a.m. And I was like, wow, like it looks like there was a
I
war
love
going on
beach
over
parties.
here, bro.
I know.
So later on that night, you couldn't even tell that this was the same beach that you were at this afternoon.
Wow, packed.
It was mad packed, bro. It looked like a concert. So the DJs on the lineup, we had some guys from Uganda. Grouchy came, killed that party. Grouchy killed that party, man. His set was amazing. I was even telling someone, as a DJ, you zone in when you're just about to go on stage, like you're in a different space. If you come talk to me like an hour before I go on set, you're talking to yourself, by the way.
Right, right.
I'm in a different headspace right now because I'm listening to what the DJ before me is playing so that I don't go there, repeat and all that. But when Grouchy was doing his set, I was even more gassed. I was like, oh man, now I can't wait to go, on stage and do the thing. So we did what we did, and the kids over there know how to party, bro.
Was
They
it
know
over
how
there
to
though?
party.
That looked like Nairobi to me.
Yeah.
It was cause I made just going out to Anita. I had a friend who came from Mombasa to Diani to just check out the party and everything. And she's my age because you were schoolmates in Primo. So first thing she noticed was these were kids, bro.
Right.
These are kids, man. And everything that you've had, bro, I got the same feedback from everybody else. Anything you heard about that party, including, my girlfriend, if your girlfriend went to Diani this past weekend, man, just say goodbye to that one.
There's a video that was trending and I'm looking for it. I can't find it.
That's something we need to talk about. People who come to social media and say, yo, that Diani video.
Send
my
me
God.
the link.
Right.
Weka video hapo tuangalie ni nini ilikuwa inaendelea. So many things happened in Diani, bro.
I'm happy for, like, I really, really think I'm happy when I see like the youngers throwing their bashes and just having fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think it's beautiful. Like, 'cause I remember, like, for us, for so many people, like, sometimes you hear people on socials are so bitter about things. But the youth, Gen Z, they're doing their own events, man.
Yeah.
They don't care about you and the fact that, why you DJs playing everything all over again? They've created their own shit. And, it's good to dip in and dip out of it. So, yeah, I'm sure you had fun.
Yeah, and like when it came to the professionalism end, bro, they were not playing any games.
Right.
Like when I met the team that I was working with, I even thought I was working with older people,
Right.
But kumbe, these are kids. These are guys who are younger than me.
Oh, wow.
But they made, bro, I got my depot 2 weeks before the gig.
Great.
And that was 3/4 the amount. I got the full amount the day of the gig. And the gig is at night. Me, I'm playing at night.
Yeah.
Right.
And by 1 p.m.,
You're
everything
good.
was in check. The hotel, you've been checked in, you've booked in. Everything was good. So I have to give them mad props. I didn't know that this was what Summer Tides is all about. But now to your point, my friend who's in Mombasa and who was from Mombasa, so when we linked up, the party is partying, and she tells me Mombasa people don't party like this. These are Nairobi people.
Yeah,
because if it were Mombasa people, this is more than enough. Bro.
Right.
Give us a quarter of this and we are satisfied.
Yeah.
Us guys are good, because these guys went on. And remember, the party started on Friday night. This is Sunday morning after 2 weekends of, or rather 2 nights of constant partying and you checking into that hotel at night. Now, when guys, it's like getting into a club and you have to pay for the entrance. Bro, there was a long queue. And me, I'm like, bro, this is a hotel. It's not a club. It's a hotel. But outside, it's
packed.
Nice.
Not even the rains could stop anyone.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
because it was raining the whole
It
weekend.
was windy.
Well,
But
guys are
I
still
get the
partying.
whole beach vibe, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I love
It's
playing.
nice.
I love
Yeah.
playing beach parties.
Yeah.
So it's Friday morning by the time you're listening to this or watching this. Wednesday, man the mano,
Yo.
bro.
I've never
So
seen anything
demonstrations
like that,
for
bro.
those of you outside the country might not know, demonstrations in Nairobi, ostensibly about the high cost of living, but a lot of political underlining as well.
Yeah.
Can I just say that I don't mind demonstrations. Like, I think it's part of the democratic process. And we've seen around the world where, demonstrations have brought change and revolution and all that stuff. I have no issues. It's part of life. It's like being in the office. If enough people don't like the boss gotta go, innit?
Well,
Too soon.
No, I don't mean it like that.
I'm sorry.
So, but the thing about it is that I don't particularly think that we do it that well.
true.
Yeah.
And that's where the issue is. Because the Democrat of me is like, yeah, go and do your thing.
Yeah.
But the conservative is like, well, do your thing, but like leave property and people alone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the issue, because it's like, yes, the cost of living is high. Like in Kenya, like, bro, I have a routine after the show. And the routine this time last year would cost me 560 bob. Now it costs me 730 bob. And it's literally a coffee and a snack at a coffee house on the way home. So even by that very small metric,
Imagine, yeah.
you can see that the cost of living has gone up. And for those of you who shop on a daily, like I don't like shop on a daily, it's like, it's like the cost of living has gone up. So
Things
there's
have shot up, bro.
and it's global, by the way.
Yeah.
Like the UK, it's crazy inflation. But the UK is more designed to be able to cushion the blow to its consumer. Now, the government's hands are tied because in order for you to provide services, you have to tax people.
Yeah.
And in order for you to start to bring down the debt ratios and stuff, you have to make more money. And that money comes, it's crazy how the money's been borrowed and we have to pay the money back, but we don't get the services. But, it is what it is. But guys, yesterday felt like, I would say, a month before it kicked off in 2007. Like, I know guys have got, I don't want to be the prophet of doom and shit, but when I start seeing guys with bows and arrows in Sondu, yo,
Something's in the water.
The climate was very
let
off.
me tell you, I mean, Austin, I don't know where were you 15 years ago, Biggie? School, primary school. All right. No, how many of you actually really, really remember 207?
I don't.
Vividly.
Vividly, yeah?
Yeah.
You don't, right?
I was away from it because I was taken to Thika where
Right.
my grandfolks live, and where they live is called Landless. So it was after the barracks, the army
Right,
barracks.
right.
So nothing was really happening past there. So I didn't see
Well,
anything. I didn't hear anything.
I came in 2007. I came here. I came here in 2007, and like I remember that shit, and I remember the run up because it was the politics of Kenya was so new to me
Yeah.
at the time that it was actually quite fascinating. I didn't know who any of these guys were. I didn't know who any of these people were, And I remember like just as it began to go up and up and up and up and up, and it began to get more intense and more intense and more intense. And then I remember, and the reason why I make that bow and arrow reference, I remember thinking to myself, shit, in Africa, these niggas got bows and arrows. Like in 2007.
It's for real, for real.
This is like for real, for real. So when I saw those videos of those guys in Sondu with the bows and arrows, I was like, whoa. And you know, Sondu's like, it's the border of like Nyanza and Kericho somewhere, like those sides. Like, I'm like, hey, guys.
It's gotten too real,
guys,
Too hot now.
my man.
Relax.
You know, and I don't want to, like I'm saying, I'm not saying that it's like, I understand democracy, but I just wonder if guys don't remember how bad it can get. And if you see on social media, the conversation is less about politics and more about Luos and Kambas and Kalechins and Kikuyus and this and that. And that yesterday's conversation was supremely tribal. It was scary to me.
Yeah. There's a book that there's a lady who wrote a book. I don't remember what it. The Art of something of Chaos, Choice of Havoc, something of the sort. By a lady called Angela, I'll remember. And it basically like breaks down what happened in 2007, and that's how I actually found out the details to it. And I agree with what you're saying. Like there's some videos that I saw like in Nanyuki, guys were literally playing football and Kati, that's a demonstration, that's one way of doing a demonstration, but everything else, like it was horrible. It was immense. It was immense. It was like you guys are not looking for peace or for, I don't know, people just wanted to go off. Even I was hearing on the radio, on news, guys who were saying that it felt like an opportunity for people to harm other people and to like steal as well. So I think I mean I kind of agree.
Like guys are struggling. Like the struggle, like I'm telling you, we can talk about middle class in Kenya, which I think is a myth, by the way. There are people who are just surviving a little bit above everybody else. Then you have the super rich, and then I can tell you because of my like the spread of the people I interact with on a daily, that band of poverty is getting wider and wider and wider and wider and closer and closer. And there are people now here who used to be middle class who are now struggling. And there is nothing worse in life than having something once and then not having it suddenly at a big age. So it's like one of those ones where the economy is really messing everyone, but we have to understand where we are, and we have to remember how bad it can get. Like, I don't want to scare guys, but we have to understand how bad it can get. And yesterday or Wednesday's demonstrations that were vicious. The aura surrounding it felt very dark.
It was scary. Even just the Tuesday night, if you heard like in the air, there were so many helicopters, there were so many like cop cars being dispatched through and through. I was driving down to my folks' house, Thika Road, and I passed so many like trucks and what is it called, like cop cars and stuff like that. I got there and I was just like, this is actually scary. It feels like we're going to war.
I can tell you this, and I say this without any level of I don't care. I'll just say this. In 2007, when post-election violence took place, and I remember my grandmother was still alive at the time, and my family members, everyone was calling me, and they were like, yo, we can see that it's crazy in Kenya. You should come home. And I was like, no. If I run now, I can't come back. I'm staying here with my people.
Stay strong.
I'm good. I'm safe. I'm in a very good location. In fact, I used to live in this house at that time. I'm good. There's no problems. If it gets bad, I'll come home. I was at one, solidarity with the audience. I had to get through this time.
Run, nigga, run.
You niggas, yo. If it kicks off this time, I am out. I'm taking my laptop, my mic.
Find me on the other side.
I'll be like, yo, I don't care where in the world I am.
Yeah.
I'll be waking up like 6:10. It's 103.5 Homeboys Radio. The urban sound in Nairobi. I will not be here.
This nigga will go open up another pirate radio
I
station.
swear.
No, bro. I mean, I don't think it will ever kick off. But if it does, I am the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I have an option.
Yeah.
Many people don't.
True.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
If you
honestly.
find your bag is a little bit heavier than usual, don't ask any questions.
Yeah.
Just
We'll
But
be
also,
in there.
but it's what I'm trying. But it's what I'm trying to say. The people who will make you burn this country down, they can bounce. You've seen,
They have options.
You see, when they're not feeling well, they don't go to KNH. They go to Dubai and India and these places. There are people out there where all of these expats in
Yeah.
Village Market. You know,
after you demonstrate with them, they're going back to their posh suburbs and
yeah.
all of that.
And remember, if it goes bad, like Biden and I don't remember who's the English Prime Minister again? He's the Indian guy. Richie Sunak.
Yeah.
That's bad. I don't even know the guy. That's how. Yeah. Richie
That's where you're trying to go.
Yo, these guys will just send a helicopter for their people.
Yeah, and they're collected.
Send planes for their people. Yo, so we have an evacuation flight leaving at 6 a.m. Guys will bounce.
Don't die for
And
people who
you
are gonna
mans,
leave
the
you.
man them will stay here and have to go through it and rebuild.
But
So-
I have faith in Kenyans, bro.
Yeah.
We learned. And another thing is, I think we really should understand the impact that the energy Gen Zs and millennials has on the general temperature of the nation, right? Because we say, you guys are the next generation, blah, 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 it trickles down. And where we are at, us guys are less angry than our parents, who are not as angry as their parents before.
Right.
So I think that as this is dying down, probably these are the last kicks of a dying horse that we are getting to witness, because nobody thought we'd be here in 2023 after having gone through what we went through
Yeah.
in 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
That cannot happen. No,
Again.
not on our watch. So I feel like at the end of the day, at this frustration, guys are gonna let it out. The politics, play the politics out, how you guys wanna play the politics out. But at the end of the day, these are human lives that you are dealing with. Everybody's still going to go home to their other human people and connect at one level. Like, we are all eating the same food. Our blood is red. We all have two eyes and all that. So everything else outside that setup is what's changing the dynamics. So I think that as much as we're experiencing chaos right now, that with good time, and as much as we can see the projection that maybe things are not looking good right now, and for a while they might be a bit shaky, but after all that, on the other side of the shakiness, I feel like it's gonna be good.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be okay.
Well, I'll come back when it's good.
I'm out of here.
Okay, just be safe.
Be safe, man. And
Yeah.
guys, listen, man. The future is yours.
Yeah.
So on the most personal and most individual level, we say to you as a podcast, man, make the right decisions and just keep yourself safe,
100%.
So, let's talk shit now. Where
All
we
right.
going?
Man,
ready?
them are getting sassy, huh?
Oh,
we're zesty, man.
Wait a
Getting
minute.
zesty.
Do we start with the ASAP Royco? Is that what we're starting?
You've already started. Let's go.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
First of all, the video. Can we play the video?
Play,
Yeah.
plug it right
Boom.
here.
What's the most amount of money you've ever spent on a girl?
Bro, I barely use money on. Sorry for saying broads. I've used 2,000. That's the most amount of money I've used on a girl.
So 2,000.
2,000.
Most amount of money.
Yeah. And if you want to slander me, it's okay. I really don't care. I'm just pretty. It's different for me.
You're the prize.
I'm the prize. Get me flowers also. Yeah. I want them to hear. But yo, if you're going to hate, buy me flowers.
Yeah.
I'm handsome.
Yeah.
Also, I'll buy you flowers. Of course, I'll take you out once in a while. Of course, I'll show you the queen and all. Also, I'm a king, man.
Yeah.
I'm cut different. Like, how many pretty niggas do you see like this? That's why I said pretty fly got the second, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've only used 2,000 actually.
Yeah.
Dead.
So hey, shit, we out, gang.
All right. So that is our very own ASAP Royco.
ASAP Rico.
He says he doesn't spend money on women. He's a pretty boy. He's
Come
the
on.
prize.
You don't see niggas around looking the way I look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you seen that forehead, bro? Have you seen that forehead?
It's
come
giving
on,
him
man.
1-0 syndrome.
Bro, if you're East African, you wait with your pride, man.
So that created a furor on social media this week.
Oh, fact.
Right. So the question is there anything wrong with what he said?
No.
Actually, no, there really isn't. If you're the prize, be the prize, honey. It's fine.
You see, you have to allow people to be who they think they are,
Right.
and let them do what they think they should be doing. Because no one can even come after the kid. The interviewer started by asking him, what's the most amount of money you've spent on
chick.
shorties, you know? And he's like, maybe the most I've spent is 2,000, but that's not really who I am, you know? I'm the prize, you know? I'm the king as well.
Right.
So if maybe we are not, I'm going to treat you well as well. I'm going to take you out on a couple of dates here and there. But you have to treat me as equally, you know? The
Or
same way
better.
I'm treating you. Or better.
Yeah.
The same way I'm treating you, it's either that or. And if not, I'm good, and do whatever you will with that information. I don't care.
Actually,
I love it.
I saw a tweet. A friend of mine tweeted saying how men are so used to women going like, I'm a bad bitch. You know, you can't handle a bad bitch.
men-
Let men do that shit
Men
too.
are in their soft girl phase.
I mean, my bad bitch era, bro. Even me.
Let them be bad bitches too. Men are bad bitches.
Well, you know, I saw that video, right? And it reminded me of, so I have in my, I have two uncles, or had two uncles. I have one left, one passed away. My uncle Tony had 10 kids, right? But they both got 10 kids. They must have been competing. That's that's 20 cousins, by the way.
Damn.
That's
right?
a lot of family, bro.
Yeah.
That man was a gallus, evidently, right?
Clearly.
And he did not, like that. I do not recall him ever having a job. Like,
Oh, he was busy, though.
yo, he was busy.
My
yeah?
boy was busy.
But bro, let me tell you, man, girl used to just bring him their paycheck,
Damn.
fam.
I love it for him.
And then as a kid, I remember the arguments like, Tony, you've taken my money, da 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 da. And then he's like wrong and strong. And then next week they're together. Like, you know, like I'm telling you, like he had those fam. At some point he had free, like, you know, when your uncle's got a chick, like that's your aunt.
Yeah.
Fam, I must have had like free at one point. Like
Auntie
free
A,
aunts.
B, C.
There was Auntie Monica, Auntie Veronica, and Auntie Leet.
Why do they all have the same sounding names?
Yeah. And the thing about it is, the crazy thing about it is this, right? What this man is saying is just a new version of what my uncle literally did.
Facts.
He was the prize.
Man is the prize. And you have
He
to
was
accept
the
it.
prize.
Yeah.
And I like, all right, this young kid who said it, ASAP Royco, as they're calling him, right? I love the confidence, bro.
Yeah.
I love the confidence.
Yeah.
Because what should he really be saying? Like, what should he really be saying?
I don't expect nothing less than that, bro.
I mean, it's fine if a man is bragging about how much they spend on a woman. I mean,
But-
spend it on me, honey. I don't
But-
mind. But it's also fine to be the prize
But
as a man.
you have to understand, we live within a time when men have been so maligned. Like, if men were, like, you know, we have this conversation all the time. A man has no value till he creates value for himself, right? If you think about it, right, men have been broke shamed.
Yeah.
You ain't shit. You ain't this. You ain't that. So then there's a young man who says, hey, hold on. Fuck that shit. I am now the prize. And a man who's been backed up, or, you know, when you see someone, you know, like the masculinity guys, Emmerich, Kibi, all those guys saying their thing.
Calvin.
Calvin as well, yeah. They were not born from nowhere.
Yeah.
Whether you would say, oh, you're just bitter, that whole movement was born from somewhere.
Yeah.
If everybody was dealing with everyone equally and dealing with everybody nice and humanly, there'd be no room for the Amerixes and whatever you want to say. So they were created by how a lot of men have been feeling.
Yeah.
So now, when you think about a young man like that who probably lives his life on the internet, His role models are probably the Tates.
Kina Andrew exactly.
Andrew
now
Gibbs
this is
and
the
those
generation
guys.
now. Yeah.
That's a whole generation. Because the thing, you got to look at it like, man, I'm telling you, man.
Kina Kevin Samuel.
Back in the day,
Damn.
the day, there were no slay queens.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
It was not a thing.
True.
You're
But
driving
then,
guys crazy in Kamisis, man.
Right.
Me, I'm here for that.
Right.
And Alesso.
but
Jesus
now,
Christ. with political tags over there.
but
man.
now it's become normalized, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like it's a thing. So it's like end of the day, like you see, like and then you can see a woman on a podcast saying, if a man can't afford to give me this and give me that, then he shouldn't blah 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 whatever. I see people saying if you don't have any money, you shouldn't be dating and all this stuff. So if you're feeding that into this generation of Gen Zs who are consuming it continually, and then they say, fuck it.
Oh, you're in
I'm the
trouble.
price.
You're in
Change your
trouble.
narrative, baby boy.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I love the fact that guys got mad about what he said.
Yeah.
And I want to just tell women this especially. There are so many more like him
That's true.
in that young generation. And you're gonna say, it's sad. How can you condone it?
Men used to go
How
to
could
war.
you do this? Men used to go to war. You know, how is he calling himself pretty? And I'm going to say to you that what you are beginning to see now are the fruits
Of your labor.
of the labor
Kula matunda.
and
Yeah.
the quote unquote decimation of the boy child.
Oh yeah.
And
A
it's
taste
gonna
of
get
your own
worse.
medicine.
On that same tip, so don't die. I need to read it.
The
On that
tweet?
same tip, there's a tweet that I saw, and I think it kind of relates to it, where this person was. Did I post it? Anyway,
you did.
let me think about it. Let me think about what it said. This babe was this like. I asked the guy to come over, and he said he can't drive. He'll get a cab. And women were in the comments going like, men have become so zesty. Men can't enter a cab because they've become. Basically, they were like, I don't know, male shaming them, so to say, because how can a man not enter a job?
So hold on.
And there's so many.
She told him to come over.
Yeah, come, panda jav. It's 30 bob. Then the guy was just like, I don't do javs, I only Uber. So women went off and they were just like, what do you mean you only Uber? For a man, you can't enter a job. So men, I love how the men supported each other in this. They were just like, me walking out of my Uber.
Yeah.
Like, you go, babe.
Like the bad bitch I am.
Like I don't get it. Like it's like, for example, put yourself in this position. You're telling a chick to come over, and you tell her to hop on a job.
Bro, yeah, she's not pulling up,
It's
bro.
not
You
gonna
are not
happen.
gonna hear the end of it.
Yeah.
No, you will never hear from her again.
So for
Leave alone
me,
hear the end of it.
I'm looking, because even some guys were just like, what do you mean? Me having a preference of entering a cab instead of a job is an issue.
It's
that
an
makes
ick
me
now.
But
zesty.
it's an ick. but the thing about it is now,
Alipanda Uber.
you see, this is what I'm trying to say. Like there's so much standard setting
Yeah.
has taken place.
Yeah.
And it's almost as if women and society do not realize that the more you chip away at this man, the more you chip away at masculinity, the more you chip away at just this human.
Yeah.
Forget it about man, more this human.
Yeah.
It's gonna create a situation where people react in different ways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because, like, end of the day, let's think about it. Let's be very fair. Like, what is wrong with him saying, I don't want to take
Nothing.
a job?
Nothing wrong. You know what the problem is? The ladies don't want to hear it. They don't want to be told. Because women want to be right. More often than not, women want to be right. And
I know that's
why,
right.
Yeah. And that's why many babes are going to have a situation where they have more control over it, so that even if something goes wrong, they probably had called it before, and it was only a matter of time before
Right.
things happen. So they don't have to be any responsibility on their end. However much they had their part to play in that, whether or not they played a good part or a bad part. But as long as they're not the ones who are bearing the responsibility of this, and the blame can go to someone else, or they can point a finger and say, I knew it. I knew this was what was gonna happen, bro. They love that. They wanna be right.
My takeaway from it though is I just love the energy men are giving out there. I mean, the support that they're giving each other in terms of like there's no more toxic masculinity if you look at it. Like a man can be zesty, so I like nice things. I can be a baby boy, so I love that that's happening.
I
with
just
our
find
men.
it hilarious that men are just tweeting that they're in their soft girl era.
Oh, yes.
That shit's hilarious.
But listen, I'll tell you this: women like a zesty man. I like a zesty man for sure. Like you gotta have a little bit of masculine, a little bit of a lot of masculine,
now you want
and a
the guy,
little bit zesty.
Now your other shorties don't want the guy to pull up, smelling a bit of sweat, unanuka watu, tumepanda matatu. Is that the definition? Because I think now I'm starting to deep it. We're taking the extremes. How in a basic patriarchal society, how a woman is looked at is pale kitchen and feminine duties, gender defined roles and responsibilities. Just that. That's how you're supposed to move. That's how you're supposed to look like. Anything other than that, we are not accepting. So the very same way like I remember before guys started becoming bold with their manicures and the pedicures, until now we're doing massages. Exactly.
Yeah, bro, when I came here and I said on air, where does somebody go to get a manicure? What?
Hey, Jimani was
What
cooked.
do you mean?
I was cooked. And let me tell you, in those days, there was no Twitter.
Yeah.
There was no
Facebook.
WhatsApp. There was Facebook and there was
the
SMSs.
line. The SMSs to studio.
No, let me tell you. With the SMSs, there was the premium numbers because
I'm paying to hate on this nigga.
Exactly. Guys used to pay to hate.
Kenyans have their time and the resources to hate, bro.
I remember, bro. Let me tell you, man. We've come far. I see guys discussing on social media. Like, I consider myself like someone who I like colognes, and stuff, aftershave, whatever you want to call it. Fam, we live in a society now where I can be schooled all day long on 20 million different scents. Fam, I remember this is the same place where once upon a time I said, yo, you can't smell like that in the morning. You stink. Don't people use deodorant? We've come from far, bro.
Fact.
We've come from Austin. You remember those? Austin was a list of those. By the way, Austin was one of the first listeners, proper listeners to the show when I first came here. Am I lying? I used to tell guys the worst things. But that day with the manicure, I was cooked.
Cook the boy.
They boiled me. Oh, man. But then you see, I'm liking the way this pod is going.
Let's go.
It's like all of these little microaggressions, fam, right? So you mentioned like patriarchy and a man's role and a woman's role, right? 2023, I can read a tweet that says, if a man has spice in his kitchen, he's cheating.
How did you know to get cumin?
Cheater, man.
How did you know how to oregano? Why do you have oregano in your? What do you mean?
Let me.
Are you mad?
No, I have to get this.
Maggi cubes.
I have to get this tweet
Like a
out.
rosemary kwa chai.
Bro,
I swear.
I read that.
Kwanzaa, I think it's a spice rack. You know the spice rack?
Oh yeah.
The one that's well organized, like it sits like this in your little drawer that you pull out and shit.
Cabinet, unafungua tu hivi.
After your cabinet ukifungua, then nicely like placed,
Labeled.
But let me look at this right.
Very
Blocks
cheap.
ziko pale.
Lady claims men
It's
who
the
have
same way.
spices in their houses must be dating. What do they know? Kwani we're kids. A lady
We are hunters and
claimed
gatherers,
men
bro.
who have spices in their kitchen cannot be single and are either dating or married. Like, fam, she says that once she sees spices in a man's house, she concludes he is dating. Once I see a cupboard full of spices, I know there's a woman involved because what do men know about spices? Fam, Twitter went mad. So some people were defending saying most of the spice I know from my husband. And like I said, some of us went to culinary school. Someone else here said, to be honest, men are better cooks.
True.
Fam, I go no further than the Roman chef. I don't go no further than Gordon Ramsay.
Facts.
You know what I'm trying to say? I go
Jamie Oliver.
Come on.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing. And
Jimani.
let's look at this.
Jimani.
You know, like, I was triggered because you know
Christmas and New Year's, man.
I got spices in my house.
When the IT is hit,
You know?
that's when you know that food
People
slapped,
are
bro.
still waiting for
No-
jack chicken in his
But then,
house.
but then look at this response here, and this is the salient point. And when you guys come and you find an empty pantry and an empty fridge and no spices, you'll be doing threads on how we starved you the whole
Facts.
weekend. What do you guys really
Expect-
want?
You don't want
I
us
feel
dead.
like those,
You
the
don't
ladies
want us
will
alive.
really not like me because I'm always siding with the niggas.
Let's
but it's
go,
true.
let's go.
It's true. What do you want? Okay, I left a man hungry one day and I felt really bad about it. And
Shame on you.
he didn't leave me hungry, and I was just like, shit. Roles are really changing. Because when I went to his house, he fed me. He came to my house. I was too lazy. I was just like, we're ordering.
Fam, let me tell you, when I was in Atlanta the other day, I stayed at some friends of mine houses, and they weren't in town, and they were falling over themselves. They're like, "Yo, like, if you need this, there's food here. There's da 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 da." da." I'm like, "Yo, one thing I can tell anybody, I am not gonna spend time in your house hungry." And whatever I can find, whatever spices, whatever protein, whatever, I'm gonna cook that shit.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. So you see, all of these are small micro aggressions.
I'll say this. It's the same way you walk into a man's house and you see like the curtains match the couch
drapes
or
and
the
the
carpet. Like
carpet.
the interior just looks very accommodating, and not even, let's say, not in a feminine type of way, but in a masculine, homely type of way. And immediately the first comment that a lot of people did say, men and women, is a woman must have done this, or you have a girlfriend, or you must
Fam,
have a wife.
Let me tell
you
you
know?
about let me tell you the craziest thing. Like my house, right?
Yeah.
My house, I got an interior designer to do it, right? Fam, everyone is like, "Yo, I need her number.
Her number.
I need
Stop
her
hiding her from the
number.
world.
I need her number." I'm like, it's actually a dude.
Yeah.
They're like,
Still want the number?
and I'm like, actually, it's the same guy who did
Yeah.
our studio here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Really dope. And his interior design thing is his hobby. It's his hobby, like his passion. Like, and I'm saying, why are we just like this?
You guys have to unlearn, bro.
I don't know.
You
There's
guys
so
have
much to unlearn, man.
Yeah.
So much.
So much to
Also,
unlearn.
women can change tires, just saying.
Fam, by the way, let me tell you, I got a puncher once in the early days when I used to have what car was it? I can't remember what it was, a Wish. I got a puncher out here one time, and it was
In a pothole? The
before,
ditch?
yeah, in a ditch. No, that's a different story. That's a different story.
Oops.
No, that's a different story.
Tire bust.
Yo, it was like 2:00 in the morning just by K&H.
Damn.
I called someone, bro. I was like, yo!
No, yeah. I'm not going out like
I'm
this.
like, yo! I called someone. I'm like, yo, I live
I'm
down
not
the
doing
road.
this.
I'm literally running home. The car is up there on the side. I'm not doing that, fam.
Come collect.
I had too many. Like I was not. Like I would change it. By the way, I'm never gonna change a tire again. I
Not worth the risk.
no, like I'm just not gonna do it. Like I'm gonna call someone. Like if it's the AA, I'm just not getting. I just not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it no more.
I
like
love
you
it
know what I'm
for
trying
you,
to say.
man.
I'm just not doing it. I'm never changing a tire. Fam,
Yo, sorry, as we make a transition elsewhere, I was thinking about that time Ashley got offered $10,000. Was it $10,000?
I'm heavily thinking about it.
You know, and
The economy is not doing well.
I was thinking about that the other day,
It was
and I was like,
$30,000.
$30,000. Yeah. Like that guy could have made some outrageous requests or demands, right? But then, what is the craziest sexual offer that us guys have received? Because you know we're only talking
From
about Ashley
women.
being from women. We're only talking about Ashley being offered 10,000 way up at this 30,000 USD if you wanna do this and this. I'ma fly you out, nini. But what
that's
about us
crazy.
guys?
But you know what?
Yeah.
Those crazy offers that we get never come with money.
Of course.
At least mine
They
has
never
some money
come with
with
money.
it.
Of
Like
course.
I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking about some crazy shit, and I'm like, but there was never it was always I don't say desperation. This was not the right word. It was always
Being horny.
I want you.
I want
Yeah.
you, and
Yeah.
coupled with how do you not want me?
Oh yeah. How now?
How now?
Me?
You get
Alanis.
Me?
So it was the
You
crazy.
must be gay.
The crazy offer always came with like a lack of interest. Like the more
Oh,
you
for
were,
you.
the more you were not interested, is the crazier the offer would get.
Becomes.
So what's the craziest offer you've ever received? A sexual offer.
The craziest thing I've ever seen or been involved in was the movie's stereotype of turning up at the house with just
Netflix and chill.
Like
but then
nothing underneath.
but just a trench coat.
a trench
Yeah.
coat or something, and
Yeah,
then
and
okay,
boom.
okay.
I'm weak.
Say well.
Say less. We know what went
It was
down.
right there. not much I can do about it.
Let me tell you. You know what women don't
He's having
understand?
flashbacks right now, man.
Let me tell you what women don't understand. Women always think that men, when it comes to sex, it's just a number, a quest, a bust. Do you know sometimes men have sex and then feel ashamed? Like, how was I so weak?
Personal
called
clarity
personal
for
clarity.
real.
No, men go through that like, fam, am I lying?
I mean, you know that
man,
meme
what
where
did I just do?
You know that meme where the guy is sitting on the edge of the bed. That's what you go through.
Fam,
And so the baby is
seriously.
elated. She's like, wow, that was such an outstanding performance.
Do you
man.
know?
It's a
Do you
special
know?
night.
Do you know one of the worst feelings as a man is when you've said to yourself, you know what? There's no way I'm ever getting involved again with that. No, me. Nah.
But did you see the
Pep
bunda
talk.
though?
No. And then it happens.
The bunda, bro.
And you're just like,
God damn.
Here we go again.
fam, it's real.
Personal clarity
No,
for
and
real.
I'm telling you, like, since we're talking about it, as I got older, or as I get older, I remember probably in my 30s, like early 30s, if we could a point, early to mid 30s, or if we could a point where I'm like, I used to feel disgusted with myself.
Oh.
Like really, like literally, like in my bad days, like I'd just be like,
Road man.
what the fuck? Like, what was
What
that?
was I thinking?
What was that?
You had no standards.
You lot can laugh. Every man watching this podcast
can
has
relate.
one or two stories where they're like, yeah, G.
Oh, yeah.
I understand.
yeah.
You know, Austin.
No, yeah,
Am I
we've been
lying?
there. We've been there. We've been
Am I
there.
lying?
Takes a couple or one to learn.
There's always, there's always, I know every man can think of that, like one, and you're like, what was I thinking?
But you still hit though.
Hey, I mean,
A win is a win.
she came in
Well,
a trench
for
coat,
her.
bro.
But you get more disciplined.
Ah,
You
yeah,
get more
yeah.
disciplined as you.
I don't think
Bro.
Have I ever regretted?
Of course you have.
Turning down
Don't tell
an
me
offer.
every dick you got was good.
No, it was. Well, I'm just like, it's okay. At least now I know.
Ah,
Like it's for me, it's never been a what the fuck. Okay, no, it has been like what I just wasted a good time, you know. Like
Wow.
20 minutes of my life has been wasted doing this.
Yeah. I
But
think
did
the-
you go back there again?
No.
Or because babes, sorry, G to cut you short. But I've had babes also say that I wasn't sure about the first time we had sex, so I'm still gonna give him another chance to see what going.
It depends.
I've had a couple of babes say
It
that.
depends, 'cause
So I would
sometimes-
put any context.
Sometimes you've seen the red flags already and you're just like, fuck it, let me just see how it goes. If you've already
okay.
given me red flags, then
Yeah.
nah. But if you've been a darling and like, I'm like, oh, let me give you a second chance and see
Okay.
how it's gonna go.
Hey, nishaipewa second chance manze mnajua ukipewa lazima uperform.
You
bro,
have to
'cause-
perform. Like
Now,
recently,
I think the worst feeling.
Hey, ukianguka mtihani ya pili,
I think the
retake,
worst
bro.
feeling, and
Jesus.
I say this, the worst feeling I think is like when you like as a man, when you go through, you bust, and then you just want this person away from you, like ugh, what am I
Just get
doing
away.
here?
see
That's
why I
like,
always do these things home ground?
but this is what I'm trying to say
So that
to
you
you.
chase the niggas away.
No,
No,
I'm
so
telling
that you can go if you want to.
But this is what I'm trying
Or
to say
come
to you,
if
like
you want to.
that's for you.
Yeah.
Come and go, or go and come. Yeah, man.
But
I don't know.
the craziest offer I've ever received was someone I hadn't been that intimate with just yet. Damn. Okay. She was
Now
saying
we're
someone.
partying.
Yeah, she was saying someone, right? And I kept it,
Platonic.
professional and I was really trying, man.
Friends.
I was really trying, yeah. So nothing had happened just yet. But I didn't know that by just being a genuine person, I had gotten inside her head. And I was treating her better as a platonic friend than the situation that she was in. So she kind of got surprised that how can I be getting this outside my relationship?
Right.
And actually, so I guess that's what sparked the
energy
chemistry
between us.
yeah. So one time, she just, I appreciated the fact that she was always honest. She always kept it aback. So one time she pulls up and she's like, my boyfriend would like to watch me and you having sex.
I did not see that coming.
That's what she's, okay, now.
Wow. I didn't see that coming.
That was me, bro.
Bro.
And the prelude to this was, because she's also an honest person. I think she had a conversation with her boyfriend about me because the guy knew about me.
Wait, the guy
right?
wants to see you piping his chick.
Imagine, bro.
If you put it like that.
No, that's what it is. We need to talk about Adam 22, by the way. I don't know if you know about Adam 22.
Bro, we're going there. We're going there. We're going there.
We
We're
need to
going
talk
there.
about because I think that's what triggered that memory. Now that you've mentioned, yeah. So the prelude to that was she had a conversation about me with the boyfriend, and at some point when they were getting intimate, when the conversation was happening, when your name comes up when guys are getting intimate, it could go well or.
Wait, you didn't tell us this part?
No, I
Now
this is
storytelling. Start with.
no, I'm not one to gossip, but now let's pod. No.
So she brought up my name when they were being intimate and demand them. And I have to respect, the guy for taking that approach because most guys would be probably insecure.
True.
Like, oh, why are you mentioning another nigga's name when you're having sex? Yo, what's going on? Okay, fine, you can go and be with him. Nah, the guy was like, okay, he's in your head that much. Damn, okay, let me not use those words. But if you're thinking about him this much, then might as well we explore what this is within our own how do I put it? Exactly. So they wanted to be the ones in control of the situation. I'm not gonna lie. I thought about it, man. Because damn, that showed bro. I mean, I knew why I was there, but I can keep it professional.
I get it. But I get it, and it's a wild proposition.
Yeah. Would you do it though? Hey, yeah.
No. I wouldn't do it.
Think of a babe you have really wanted for a while, and finally.
But the reason there's a reason why I wouldn't do it, and the reason I wouldn't do it is one, it's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel very weird. For one. Secondly, if she was that hot and I wanted her, she would have just cheated without him knowing. Like, I would have just gone through without him knowing. Like,
but you see more often than not.
Because you said that she was on you anyway.
Yeah, but you're the sneaky link, bro. This is not in your control.
Yeah, but
she's not controlling the
I
situation.
know, but what I'm saying is, it's like you can look at it from this perspective. I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I also see where you're coming from.
She wants to smash.
Yeah.
The only way so he's given her permission to smash.
But when he's
Fuck that nigga's permission. Like,
move ahead with either way, you have the permission either way.
Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you could have it without that
I mean, we clapped way later on.
Yeah.
But not during this period.
Okay.
Fam, but let me tell you, like, so for me, it's like,
and not in front of the boyfriend. He wasn't there. Just to be clear.
But like, what I'm trying to say is like with that proposition, like, I don't even know if I would want to smash. Cause that's kind of disrespectful. Like, it's kind of like,
is it though?
It's kind of is though.
Bro, it's not disrespectful.
Okay, but this is okay. I think from a girl's point of view, I've gotten a lot of offers from. But okay, I guess
from
where that
couples.
is. Yeah,
Wait.
from couples.
Yes.
Wait, but you're saying to me it's not disrespectful for her to even think that it's okay.
Yeah.
To each his own.
Hold on, I need
There's
you guys.
some kinky people out here.
Wait. I get it. There are kinky people out here, but I need you guys to do something for me. Like,
Kinky. Yeah.
I want everyone to do this.
I'm a king.
Can everyone do this, please? I need to do this.
Oh, new grabbers.
Do you know what you could look? Do you know what we all have in common? Nigga, we black, right? Listen, right? Like, no.
Let me tell you, gee,
therefore-
black people are kinky as
No, black
fuck.
people are king. I know. But I'm saying, like,
You should be one to talk, you. After you've lived the life you've lived, now is when you come and
in
tell
your
us this.
30s.
After you've done everything in
Yeah,
the books,
but I
you come here and you tell us this.
But I wouldn't
Come
do that. I
on.
wouldn't do that. I just think that would be weird. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I've done shit. Like, I've
I
done
mean,
shit.
if it was her female friend, then maybe yeah.
I told
Or
you
if
about
she
the
was-
time I ended up in a bondage dungeon.
I love it.
That's
I-
next week's podcast. Right, it's
Yeah,
make
put
the
right that
comments
down.
here.
This guy's gonna forget and duck this story.
Yeah, no. I think I spoke about it.
Did you? No, you
I-
didn't.
You've told
I've
us
been
about the
spoken about it.
We're going to
sisters.
talk about, the
You haven't told us about the
sisters.
sex dungeon.
We gotta get into
you're hiding
that.
stories and you're coming here to set standards for us right now. This nigga. Ebu, like, up, comment, subscribe. Guys, for the Monday, especially, man, the craziest sexual offers you've gotten. Apo kwenye comment
But
section.
you
We
know-
talk about the babes more often than not.
But you know what I've realized as well? Why
I haven't told you guys that
No,
story?
you haven't.
Nah.
All right, next week.
So I've realized, like for Mandem, they're very okay being in a threesome when it's a babe and a babe involved.
Yes.
But when it's man babe, then they find it a little weird. But
Yeah.
lately, I've been finding a lot of men who are very easy with that situation. Not that I've gotten into it yet.
Yeah, but like I think that threesomes are just hit or miss. To be honest,
That's true.
Only
like
one way to find out.
no, I'm.
Huh?
Yeah, wrap it
You
up.
thought about it like, okay, maybe. Yeah.
No, okay, but we haven't spoken about this in the podcast before.
About what?
Okay.
Threesomes. But,
We have.
But from what perspective? There's so much to talk about when
Because
it comes
when-
to
because
threesomes.
We're in a threesome right
Man,
now.
was it? Wow. Yeah, we're in a threesome right now.
Because here's
Not one
the thing
eye,
is-
not ideal for me again.
No.
But
No, but like with threesomes, what usually happens is that the chemistry between
Two
of the
people.
people is so intense. Like some people that just brought along for the ride. It's like I couldn't get to this until I got to that.
To that, true.
You know, so it becomes like
One person always misses out.
Yeah, one
Then the
person,
other
yeah.
person gets the better. Two of the people
Basi
get the better
mupendane.
end of
Yes,
this.
that's why you share notes after the experience.
But
And
it's not possible.
no, because you know it's
For you.
it's a moment.
Yeah. And then
Unless you're one of those, if you're one of those people who's gonna go out there and plan that shit's crazy. But if you're in a moment,
You've never planned one? G-Money, you're setting standards
no,
right
I'm
now.
not saying. I'm just speaking.
Yeah.
Facts.
Hypothetically, like I'm just saying.
also,
like,
you'll realize that after the threesome, probably two of you will hook up and the other one will have no
And
clue
so
about
what?
it. Like, it's
And
we're
you know
just
what?
singing. We're just singing.
A threesome is like a WhatsApp group. And let me tell you what I mean by that. It's like, you know what?
There you go.
If
Yeah.
there's 7 of you in the group, right, and something goes wrong, what the other 6 members are going to start a new group.
Oh, damn,
Without-
Oh, we
That's true.
didn't tell you.
There's
Damn.
always that one friend. Always
True.
that one friend.
True.
And also, speaking about before we lose tangent because we've gone over time. Did
We
you-
haven't, bro. There's still time.
Did you guys know? Remember that we're running a day late.
Oh,
So the time-
Nah, bro, don't worry. You just
We have
pod.
a Minnesota. It's
You don't worry
The
about that.
Minnesota.
Just
We're
pod.
running a day late. Anyway,
Just pod.
so this Adam 22. I don't know
Okay.
if you guys saw that story, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Who
not on
hasn't?
top of
So
it.
basically, he has
That's what she said.
what's his podcast
Actually, you
called?
can't say that. Jumper.
Jumper podcast.
Yeah.
So basically, he allowed his wife, who's a former porn actress,
Yes.
to go and sleep with a porn star.
Yeah.
I saw that.
And then they
Content creation collaboration.
and then they podded about it.
yeah.
And then he invited the porn star onto the pod. And they discussed it.
But I feel like porn star marriages are very interesting.
And it's not just any porn star.
It's like a
Yeah.
premium.
top.
Yeah.
Premium.
Yeah.
No, honestly,
That's
I
strong
Googled
stuff.
That guy is
it.
hiding an arm, bro.
I
No-
googled
no
this
homo.
guy.
Yeah.
Because it's, bro,
You have to see for yourself.
You
huh?
you could not unsee what you saw.
let me tell you, fam. Because when they were talking about it, the guy on
pod.
on the pod,
Yeah.
I didn't even know they were gonna have him on the pod. They had him on the pod via FaceTime. So I'm like, what is this big deal about? Bomber clot. I'm surprised you could even walk to the pod. I then when I did my research, this guy is like the LeBron of porn.
No way.
Oh yeah, he's a bad man, bro.
Like he's got his own series.
Damn.
He does. Damn, you did your research,
I
bro.
did my research.
Listen, he was a black guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two ones were the very heavily tattooed porn stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you see his
Okay.
face, you'll know.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
I saw his
you
face.
will
You
know.
could tell what he's backing.
Oh yeah.
Bruh,
Did-
that is content creation gone wild for me.
Did you hear how they got into that situation?
No.
So apparently, I stand corrected, right? So the wife had been a fan of this guy.
Right.
You know, you're in the scene. For example, as a content creator, I can be a fan of another content creator's work.
Okay.
And maybe I'd love for us to collaborate. Let's do something together, right? So now after they got married, the husband now, Adam, is the one who shot that shot to the guy. And went like, hey, my wife is a fan. She'd like to film something with you. We'd like to know about your rates. Guy told them, cool, 4K for 4 stacks, right?
$4,000.
Do you know how much they offer the guy? 10 racks, bro.
I'm in the wrong business.
And imagine, what am I gonna do
know,
there,
you-
man?
so you
I
put
asked
double
for
the
4.
work.
They're giving me 10.
10.
Bruh, you know what's
We're
cra-
making a series.
Do you know what's wild about that shit? Like when they just finished, and like you know she was having that post-sex glow.
Yeah.
And like she was like, "Wow, it was crazy." And he was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "That's somebody's wife."
He was weirded out at first, you know. And
Who, the husband?
No.
Oh, the guy.
The guy who was approached,
Yeah.
you know, because this is a couple. But you also understand that to each his own. There are
And you're in
guys
the
who
business.
like
Did
these
you watch
things.
the podcast when they were speaking to him?
Yeah.
And how the guy goes, "Maybe I need to watch you having sex with her." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
These guys who do that, bro. These guys
Yo,
who
that
do that.
was crazy.
But the craziest part to me was her giving the review afterwards. Like, Adam was asking her the questions niggas never wanna ask the shorty after they know she cheated.
How was he compared to me?
and exactly, and you know who she cheated with. Like, you're seeing that guy like, I don't know, bro. So one of the things that surprised me was they were talking about them being intimate again after that experience.
Oh.
And she was like, she had to take like a break, like 1 month. She needs like a month or so to recover. And it's because anytime she tried having sex with the hubby, she was in pain.
No.
What does that tell you, boy? And Adam he's cool. He's cool. So he's asking her those questions like, now it's a sword measuring competition now.
Yeah.
And he is taking the actual, like, they're both honest. May I respect that
That's
kind
a
of honesty,
secure
bro.
man.
Very, like, he's not even insecure. To a point where she brought up a conversation that I think we could have sometime on the pod. But there's actually something like boyfriend dick and husband
True.
dick. It's a
Honestly, you
thing.
know what? For such a secure, I'd love to have such a secure man because you know he's not going to condemn you for anything.
This
Exactly.
Like,
podcast
he's-
needs
he's-
Calvin. What the fuck
I know,
are you
I
talking
know.
about?
He's
Are you
even-
guys mad?
He's become even
We
more
shall retake it when-
attractive.
You guys
It's
are-
become so much more attractive.
Calvin, please come and talk to your children. I don't know what the fuck these people are talking about. That's his wife.
I know, but bro,
As
again,
a real African man.
As an African man,
As a real
nothing like
African man, are you mad?
did Martin Luther King die for this?
Are you crazy?
How many wives did your ancestor have?
Listen to me, yo. Listen to me. Let me tell you.
Americs would not have this.
I could love my wife to the end of the world. I could do anything for her, right? I could agree for her to sleep with another man. But not if his dick's bigger than mine. This is the Max Are Open. My name's G Money.
And the young.
Ashley.
Damn.